You may have to authorize him. Oh, I'm coach host. I could do it.
I thought the vice chair couldn't. Could you? Can you?
If you make me co-host, I have all the privileges of host.
Oh, okay. I think you were
Just
vice.
request host to start cloud recording. Do I have to
Yes.
record?
Yep, your request.
Okay. So I'm recording.
Super deal. All righty. Thank you for that, Mary. Moving forward, public comments. Couple of comments are limited to 3 minutes and on a subject matter under the direct jurisdiction of the commission. Comments about current agenda items are to be made during the comment period of that specific agenda item. Please address all comments to the chair. Do we have any public comments? Please raise your hand. Do we have any comments from commissioners? Mary Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to acknowledge that tonight is Jeff Viviano's last night, I believe, on the commission, since he didn't seek reappointment. And I just wanted to take a minute while we had a quorum and we had members of the public here to thank Jeff for his service. And I also wanted to acknowledge how helpful Jeff was when I was a brand new commissioner and going on the site walks and helping me kind of wrap my head around all the information that was coming at me and how to, prioritize it and rationalize it. He's going to leave a vacancy here, but I really appreciate having the privilege and honor of working alongside him.
Thank you so much, Mary. Yeah, it's been actually quite a lot of fun over the years, and I appreciate that.
Yes, I'd like to thank you myself, Jeff. We met as you were an applicant building a home, and you became a very thoughtful and important member of the commission, and I'm definitely sorry to see you go. Unfortunately, in leaving, you do take a great deal of knowledge with you, which is impossible to replace. So you will be missed for sure, and thank you very much for your service.
All right, thanks a lot, Rich. Appreciate that.
And I too want to thank you, Jeff, for being on the commission. You've been representing in many ways the Lake Shirley area, and you've always advocated for the good things as far as conservation to make sure that Lake Shirley was represented, and for that they should be very grateful, as are all of us on the commission.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, and I did want to just bring up quickly to get a feel for the possibility of moving our July schedule from the 2nd and the 16th to the 9th and the 23rd, where we do have a continuation that we do have to make this evening. I do want to just make sure that everybody is good, and we'll have a quorum on the 9th of July.
I could do the 9th.
Okay.
And may not be able to do the 23rd.
Okay, I know I can do the 9th and probably the 23rd. Mike?
And Mr. Chair, I can do both the 9th and the 23rd.
Okay. Chris?
Good for both.
And I did see Teddy, and I'm not sure if Teddy was just reappointed, though he can't participate this evening. He can let us know if he can attend on the 9th and the 23rd.
I believe I can.
Super, and congratulations on your appointment. We look forward
Thank
to
you.
working with you, Ted.
Thank you, likewise.
All right, so our official schedule then in July will be the 2nd and 4th Wednesday, and then August we'll move back to the 1st and 3rd. Okay, and if there are no other comments from commissioners, we'll move forward with our first public hearing. And pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40 as amended, the Town of Lunenburg Wetlands Protection and Municipal Bylaws, a public hearing on a request for determination of applicability by Kenneth Culture for removal of existing decorative stone to be replaced with a new 18 by 58 stone patio and wall using permeable pavers. Is Kenneth or his representative present this evening? Anybody for 5 Electric Ave present this evening? All right, I'll accept a motion to continue this until further in the meeting in case they are running late. Oh, I see Kim. Kim, is that?
Hi, this is Kevin, the property manager. I'm gonna get Kim to join us. Just give me 10 seconds, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry about the connection.
Well, here, both. Do I have a question?
Your mic is on.
Yeah, can I hear me?
Yes, we can, Kim.
Okay. Hi,
Hello, how are you?
good, how about you?
Not bad at all.
I do have a quick question. Did anybody come over, like take a site visit?
Yes, I believe they were there Saturday morning and viewed the work area and the
Okay.
building.
Okay. Good,
So
which,
do you want to just give us a quick presentation of what you're looking to do?
okay, so the contract is not here with me tonight, but same as last time, we're gonna put pavers down. They're gonna be permeable. It's gonna be 18, Kevin's 18 by 58 stone, yeah. Pavers and simple, just a few tables out there. That's what we're looking to do.
Okay. I did have, just in reviewing it, a couple quick questions.
Yep.
Number one, so you're gonna be taking out all of the stone.
Mm-hmm.
How are you planning to get in with equipment?
I think Powell will be doing it. It's Kenny Cloutier.
Okay,
Who's my contractor. So he will be putting the door. He's gonna coordinate with Powell. I think he talked to Tommy Merchant already, and they have some sort of plan for the site work. But I put he wrote me something. I posted on the site. Do you see that? What they're gonna do? He wrote me something on the website. It's what he's gonna do. Cause he's not here tonight and I blew up something. Let me go look. I posted something on,
okay.
do you see it?
I
Hold
am
on.
not.
Hold on, let me pull up my page. Wait, I can go get my phone. I know my phone has. Kevin, do you wanna describe it?
And your question was, how are they gonna
do it.
get to the site?
Yeah, let me go grab my phone.
Yeah, so what we're looking at, Kevin, is you're in the back of the building. You have some space in the no development zone, but then you're into the no disturb zone.
Yeah, so we're gonna enter from the front.
Okay,
There's a boulder, there's a big couple boulders they put there when they redid the landscaping out there. So
Okay.
just temporarily from the front, as you're looking at the picture,
Mhm.
it's gonna be on the top of the picture. And they'll come in,
That's what he said.
Yeah, so right here.
yep,
Do you read
Okay.
that?
yep. So we'll move those, you can see there's might be a shrub or a boulder right there, but whatever we move, we'll replace the way it was.
Okay. Yeah, I thought there was a couple good size evergreens in here too.
Yeah, they're actually, they are, but they're farther back than they show.
Okay.
On the plan, well, you just had your pointer there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right about where you're showing now.
Okay.
There's green there. I can see it out the window here.
Okay.
We're in the back, we're in the function room. So we're looking right out the window at it.
Okay.
So,
So if
yeah,
all the access is this way, is it all right then if we take and make you
Yes.
put hay bales and silt fence and erosion protection here at the 50-foot?
yeah, that's fine. I figured that's what you would have done anyway as a condition.
Yeah, we'll have to do it as a condition. It's just not here on the plan.
Yeah.
So we'll mark that as a special condition. And of course, any erosion protection needs to be certified in place by the office prior to the start of construction.
Okay.
Moving down, so access and erosion protection. You taking the stone off site or you're just spreading it further on site?
Spreading it further on site.
Okay, and if you're moving out from the front, my concern was stockpiling it in the back there near the wetlands, but it doesn't sound like you're gonna have access. The limit
Right,
of work will be
yeah, I think
50 foot.
we won't even go near anything in the back. I think, in the front where you see those three, they're either boulders or trees,
Yep.
bushes there.
Yep, so right in
We'll
here.
we'll make room over there to
Okay.
store what we have to store, then clean it all up to original.
Okay. And is there gonna be, I didn't notice any pitch. I imagine it's gonna pitch away from the building, so it's gonna pitch towards 2A?
Yes, it's gonna pitch away from the building, so yes, the water will,
It'll
the
pitch
water
this
will
way.
drain off of it.
Okay. And I did see, so actually, so it can't come out this way anyways, because it's all a solid wall.
Correct.
And I did see that you had a schematic here of the pavers with the joints
Yeah.
and the material between the joints, so you'd had that. I believe there was a question, there was a couple sewer covers or maintenance access pits in the side here. I imagine
Yes,
it's
I
gonna cut
believe
out
it is.
for those.
Yeah, Kenny gonna put something that is removable. Every time he goes there, they're able to remove the cover
Okay,
and clean it out, yes.
so, and are those just access for the sewer or is those grease traps?
No, those are tables drawn there.
Nope, but the sewer access over here.
Yeah, the cover's out here.
Yeah, oh, they
That's-
can put a, yeah,
The grease, those are grease
yeah,
tanks.
yeah. one
Those are
is-
grease tanks.
Okay, so they have to have access to those
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
or
Towards the
to
front,
drain those,
right.
so, okay. And I guess those are the only questions I have. I see Mary has her hand patiently up.
Did you want me to read Kenny Cludier's statement first?
If you did have it, certainly,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay,
He's right, he writes, "Hi Ken, here's the basic process for a patio. All the patios, we like to go a maximum of 12 inches deep and eradicate all organic matter. We then prep the area with 3/4 wash stone, which makes the whole area permeable. We also do the final screed for the pavers with a 3/8 inch chip stone, which makes the base material also all permeable, allowing us to put the product selected on a flat level surface. The poly sand also can be permeable poly sand, allowing all water through the patio if need be. In this permeable base, electrical conduit, drainage, and etc. can be ran through. And that's all he wrote.
Okay. And Kim, you said you had put that up on the portal?
That's what she said. She just bounced out to the restaurant. 1 second.
Okay, yeah, if we just make sure to get that.
I know.
Letter added up to the portal, that would be great.
I mean, you guys know Kim. She's a million miles an hour everywhere, so.
Wouldn't expect any less from her.
I'll make sure it goes up on the portal.
Okay,
This. That way you'll have it in writing.
okay. And Mary, I had recognized you. I saw you had your hand up.
Yes, Mr. Chair, would I be able to share?
Sure.
I had a little question about the drawing compared to the actual building,
Excuse me.
right? So yeah, the drawing shows the building is square, but the building's actually not square, and particularly not square in the area the wetland is back here somewhere.
Yes.
And so is the patio going to go between these red lines, Or
Yes.
between this red line and that yellow line?
No, between the red lines.
Okay. Okay, so then this L on the building just isn't shown?
Okay, that's not shown on the drawn plan?
Yeah, it's shown as square on the drawn plan.
Oh, okay.
And
that
so I
was the
wasn't certain
addition.
if, yeah, I wasn't certain if this is the, it tended to be the 30-foot and this is the 50-foot, or because the 50-foot on the drawing, on the plan seems to come really close to the building. So I didn't know, where on the drawing relative to the site was the 50-foot and 30-foot designation. It wasn't clear to me.
I know the patio is gonna be the red line to the red line at the corner of the building and not all the way back
Not
to,
here.
yeah, not there.
Okay. And Mr. Chair, based on my own observation when I was there, the tree line is roughly here. And there wasn't a wetland. I went to the tree line and didn't go crawling through the poison ivy and stuff to find the wetland. But this cleared area here appeared to be at least 30 feet, if not 50, right? And so I think they're well out of the 50 in this space. But I just wanted to ask that question because the drawing is not consistent with the actual building as built.
Okay, and on the drawing, do you want another drawing submitted showing that? That was the extension on the kitchen we put several years ago.
I will leave that up to the chair to
Okay,
determine.
okay.
Yeah, my thought would be that it has dimensions on it, so we're approving the patio in that location against the side of the building that's 6 feet in from the front of the building, extending 53 feet.
Okay,
I'm comfortable with that, Mr. Chair, just because it didn't seem like from what I observed that, and with his clarification, that we would be close to the 50-foot.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
No more questions for me. Thank you.
thank you. Any questions from any other commissioners on 5 Electric Ave?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Mike.
does the plan show where the door from the restaurant opens into this patio?
Let me just share quick. It did show up a 3D rendering of it, yes. So right here.
So are those 3 sets of doors or are those windows? Oh, one door. There's one door.
One door here,
Okay.
just because I was there last night having dinner. So window,
Window.
window. And then this is the private dining room with the round window.
Okay.
exactly, yes.
And then I believe the only gate out of the corral here is in the front shown.
Right
They
there.
there.
show it here. And
Okay.
actually, this gives you a better idea of the door placement.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Oh, and then another picture of it here. All right, thank you, Mike. Any other questions from commissioners?
No, I think that's going to be beautiful.
All righty. Seeing none, I would accept a motion for a negative determination with the
So-
following caveats. Sorry.
I was gonna make the motion, but you were gonna add that extra condition on there for the erosion controls.
Yep, that the erosion, the silt fence and hay bales be placed at the 50-foot buffer line and that act as erosion protection and the limit of work extending from the building. I guess it would be northward towards 2A to
Yes,
the tree line. No storage of the stone inside that 50-foot zone. using the permeable polymeric sand to allow for the water to permeate down between the stones. And that the description of construction from the contractor be posted up on the OpenGov website.
Okay.
Did I forget anything, Mary?
No, it sounded like you got everything. So moved.
Second,
Roll call vote. Mike LaRouche,
aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Jeff Viviano,
Aye.
Chris St. Germain,
Aye.
Peter Stella, I still don't see, and I for myself.
Thank
All
you.
right, so yeah, if you can get that letter, Ken, post it up on the website, that would be great.
Yes.
And then they'll do the paperwork and send it on out to you. And again, remember that before any construction starts, they do have to contact the conservation office.
To
And they
inspect,
have-
to inspect the flood bales or the,
Yep, the hay bales and the silt
bales.
fencing at the 50-foot, so.
yep, definitely.
All right, well, thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much.
Have a great evening.
Yes,
Thank
you too. Thanks to all the commission and I hope you guys can enjoy a private meeting out there some night.
Sounds good.
Or an after meeting.
Yeah, an after meeting, the one after club.
Yep,
Thank you again.
thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, moving forward, we have a continued public hearing for 67 Island Road pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40 is amended, and the Town of Lunenburg Wetland Protection and Municipal Bylaws, a public hearing on a request for determination of applicability by Melissa Canavino for renovation of a patio, stairs, and walkway within the 50-foot no construction zone of the Hickory Hills Lake. I believe we had a request for a continuance. So at this point, as we've scheduled our next meeting for July 9th, I would accept a motion to continue to July 9th.
So moved. Second.
A motion by Mike,
Mike.
second by Mary. Roll call vote. Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Jeff Viviano,
Aye.
Chris St. Germain,
Aye.
and I for myself. Yeah, we did get a letter. They have contracted with Dillis and Roy, I believe, to further their designs. Moving forward, administrative determinations, 5 Park Street Terrace. And I don't think we have anybody from the office here. So this is just a ratification of Herland's. See if I can find it. Herland went out to the site.
There are two images uploaded to open space, if that'll help.
All righty, so it looks like Herland went out. I think it is an overseeding, and in transparency, I believe it was my brother at Lakeview Landscaping that applied for this determination. So I will not offer any commentary other than to move forward the meeting and read the overall comments from Herland site inspection. The site consists of a residential lot with a maintained lawn existing to the edge of Lake Shirley. The property includes established lawn with some recently disturbed patches, mature trees providing intermittent canopy cover, stone retaining wall or seawall defining the edge of the lawn and the lake. No signs of active erosion, fill, or soil disturbance beyond what is typical for reseeding. The area proposed for rolled clover seed is confined to the already managed lawn and does not include or encroach into undisturbed vegetative buffer or resource areas. The proposed activity, the applicant proposes to install rolled clover seed to stabilize and green existing lawn patches. No excavation, grading, or expansion of lawn is planned. The clover is expected to provide a low-maintenance, pollinator-friendly ground cover within the lawn area. Herlin's determination based on the observation made during the site visit and a review of the proposed slope, the proposed placement of the rolled clover seed within the existing maintained lawn does not require a filing with the Conservation Commission, provided that seed mix is composed of non-invasive species, no soil grading, filling, or expansion of lawn toward the resource area occurs. Ground disturbance is limited to surface level seeding or light raking. The activity remains within the pre-existing lawn footprint. Please note any further activities involving hardscape vegetation removal beyond lawn or regarding regrading within the buffer zone must be reviewed by the Conservation Commission in advance. So we're just ratifying her determination of the work that they had proposed was did not require a filing. And she did provide pictures if anybody needs to see them.
Mr.
And-
Chair,
Yes.
I would make a motion to accept Herlin's recommendation as proposed.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second,
We have a motion by Mary and a second by Mike. And a roll call vote. Mike LaRouche,
aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Jeff Viviano,
Aye.
Chris St. Germain,
Aye.
and I am not participating in the vote. So that will ratify Herlin's decision that this did not need a filing. All righty, moving forward. Extension request permits, we have none. Certificate of compliance, 564 Page Street. Was that on the site walk, Mary?
It was.
Okay. So I'll just read they did get a botanist to go out and review the site and the restoration plantings, and I will read their conclusion. Oxbow Associates site visits documented the survival of all restoration plantings except for 5 shrubs within the 30-foot no disturbance zone. Comparison of current conditions relative to photographs in the 2022 Norris Environmental Report implies that the management of the site following the implementation of the restoration plan has facilitated the naturalization of an approximately 6-foot wide strip previously composed of lawn at the locus of the red Rozier dogwood plantings. Despite the loss of these dogwood plantings due to golden canker, which is a disease, the site is well established, such as we are requesting a certificate of compliance. Oxbow Associates conducted a botanical inventory of the plant species present within the area adjacent to the red dogwood plantings and immediately adjacent to the pond. 54 plant species composed of predominantly native taxa were documented. And their report does have a list of the 54 plants that they did inventory in the restoration area. So that was their finding from viewing the site. And for myself, I think that kind of proves that they have gone at least and have the restoration completed that was requested. While not the 5 specific plants we requested, they do have a fair abundance of plant material above and beyond what we had requested. So I personally would be in favor of the certificate of compliance at this time. Commissioners? Mary?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, so I had had the opportunity to walk out on the site this past Saturday, and it does look very good. And they do still have the fencing around the blueberry bushes. And yeah, I would also recommend that we approve this, particularly since we have the endorsement from Oxbow.
Mr. Chair,
Mike?
I too accompanied Mary Wilson on the site walk on Saturday, and I concur that everything looks pretty much what Oxbow has explained in their report, and it looks like it's going to thrive, and I give it my seal of approval.
Okay, Jeff, did you have any comments?
No, I concur with my colleagues. Yeah, it all looks good.
Chris?
Yeah, the pictures look great, so I'm in favor as well.
Alrighty, well, I guess moving forward, I will accept a motion to approve the certificate of compliance for 564 Page Street.
So moved.
Second,
We have a motion by Mary and a second by Mike. Roll call vote. Mike LaRouche,
aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Jeff Viviano,
Aye.
Chris St. Germain,
Aye.
and Richard Burshai for myself. Alrighty, moving forward to enforcements. 10 Mass Ave, I think they're still working on theirs. 1168 Rear Mass Ave, we have not heard from them. 40 Fire Road 12. I believe we're just gonna figure out how to do an or certificate of compliance for them.
That's right, because the town has to do it, which implies that it would be our office that would initiate it.
So the only thing, Mary, I did notice was the notice of intent was the applicants were the two violators.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I think we can still issue a certificate of compliance, but
Yeah,
it wasn't the town may have
Besides-
given them permission, but
that's interesting because it is town property and I watched at least the hearing where it was approved and there wasn't anybody that the abutters, the violators weren't there. It was just the town, right? Matt,
yep.
speaking on behalf of the town.
Yep. All right, well, we'll leave that for now. Violations for Howard Street. I don't think we have moved forward with anything new. 48 Meadow Lane. Have not seen anything new on that. 1147 Mass Ave. Have we notified the homeowner of the violation? Do we know?
Which one is that, Rich?
I think that is the one on the
What was the address again?
1147. That's across the
I
street
don't-
from you.
Yeah, I don't know if that, I asked Jenny this weekend, and she didn't know at that time if Herlin had, reached out to them, Herlin or Logan had reached out to them.
Okay. 314 Highland Street. Is that a new one? I don't. have
It is, well,
Oh,
it's
I remember
relatively
that.
new.
That's okay. Did anybody look to see if Mass Mosquito Control had anything to do with that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, because I thought I saw an application that they had done some work in there a few years ago, and they may have come back for that. 199 Mass Ave. I don't think we have any further information on that. Going down to new business or topics unknown, 48 hours prior to the meeting. We did not officially get 390 Howard Street on, but it was continued to this meeting. Was there anybody present from 390 Howard Street? Okay, and unfortunately, we are going to lose quorum after this meeting, so at this point, I don't know. I had done a little research. I don't know, Mary, had you had looked into what happens at this point?
I did talk to Adam, the town council, about this, and I know Jenny also reached out to Adam this week. I don't know if she connected or not. What Adam had advised is that we notify the applicant that they need to re-notify. He said we don't have to, like deny it and make them go through the whole reapplication process, but
Mhm.
that they would need to re-notify and we would need to, the term he used was recommission, which essentially means that we would reform the commission to make the determination on his application. And I mean, the good news is that we have new commissioners starting in July, so we should be able to, field a quorum, over the next however many months that it takes to close on this. I think we were very close to the end. It was just we don't have, or at least I haven't seen the final drawing with the engineering, approval stamp with those new wetland flags actually survey located on it.
Yep. Yeah, no, I believe we have the report, but we don't have the actual plan itself. Our
Correct.
third-party reviewer had seen it and had reported on it. Okay. Yeah, and there's two ways to go about it. If the town council advised just to re-notify the abutters and start from scratch with a new hearing, that's probably the way we will go. Because the other school of thought was where they have a whole new plan and all new wetlands from the initial filing. We could have them refile and not charge them the filing fee so that it's a whole new filing, a whole new DEP number. And that way there, it's at no additional cost to them, but now we'll have a new filing in the OpenGov, so we'll have a full record of the hearing moving forward.
Okay. Yeah, Adam didn't mention that when I talked to him.
Yeah, I was reading it in the MAC newsletter back a few years.
Oh,
But
excellent.
those were the two schools of thought, and either one or the other, that there's no further cost, but I think if they just refile briefly with us, we won't charge them the filing fees, but we'll have a space for them in OpenGov. We'll have the new filing without any of the additional old data and old filing. It'll just be a clean filing moving forward.
It would be nice to have it all of the records in OpenGov.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we can leave that to the chair to make that final decision on which way. But that would be my recommendation moving forward. And then we have a quorum, we have a new plan, away we go. All right, moving forward. Old business peer review process. I did start reading through some of the processes that other towns have. But I don't have anything final on that. I don't know if you've done any on that, Mary.
No.
Okay. Continual practices, we'll work on those. Conservation budget. Is that something we need to do?
Did we need to talk about the MACC membership?
Yeah, I never heard back. Why don't we just vote on that? So, the annual bill for the MACC membership, which the town pays for all commissioners. And I just don't have the exact number. Let me see if I can find it here in my emails.
And while you're looking for that, Rich, we've never voted on it since I've been a commissioner, so not in the past 3 years. But we have had some, just through the headcount turnover and whatnot, we've had some times where it has not been paid promptly and we lost the services at MACC. So anything that we can do to help the town not have that, drop in service, I want us to try to do.
All right. So what I would recommend, at this point, I'll accept a motion to approve the payment of $320 for MACC dues
So moved.
for the members' access from July 1st to June 30th, 2026. So we have a motion by Mary. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote. Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Jeff Viviano. Chris St. Germain.
Aye.
Aye for myself. Jeff, are you still here?
I'm sorry, did I say aye? I
You could have.
maybe just broke up there. Yeah, I said aye, sorry.
No problem. Thank you. All right, so we'll forward that on. Add 655 for each additional person, associate commissioner and staff. So actually, Mary, do you want to redo your motion and we'll make it 385? So the admin has access as well?
Oh, yeah, I would like to amend my motion to make it 385 so that the admin has access as well.
Actually, let's do this the right way. So we need 320, 140 makes it 460 so that we all have access to the handbook. And then 65, so 525. So you want to make it for 525?
I make a motion for 525.
Okay, yeah, because it's $20 for the handbook, which actually I paid for mine, so we don't have to do that. We can give it to the admin, and then 65 for the admin.
So moved.
So we have a motion, Mary,
And
Yeah.
second,
and a second by Mike. Roll call vote. Mike LaRouche,
aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Jeff Viviano,
Aye.
Chris St. Germain,
Aye.
and I for myself for 525. All right. Moving on, encroachment issues, none. Chapter 61 workflow, no grants. Anything, Mary, on any of the grants you have?
I have the town grant for the parking areas. I have I'm in the process of applying for reimbursement, but I'm still waiting on, and I should probably send a follow-up email. The Treasury office, the town Treasury office, to send me the canceled checks for the payments to our consulting engineering firm. But that's all for now.
Okay. Land improvements, anything? No? Hollis Road, Mike, do we have any updates on lease agreements, tenant responsibilities, things like that?
Uh,
Hollis Road?
Not so far. I just noticed that the lawn in front has been cut, but in past years, the lawn in the rear of the building used to be done, but it does not appear to be getting done this season. And I'm not exactly sure I know what the reason. So it's getting a little long in the back and on the side where the tenant parks her cars. So I'm just curious. I mean, as far as I know, the lawnmower's working fine. She's has used it in the past, so I'm just not sure if there's been a change or. So I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
Uh,
And how's the butterfly habitat?
the habitat's doing very nicely, actually. I was there earlier today and a lot of flowers. I didn't see any butterflies, but I did see a lot of bumblebees. So, but it was late in the day.
All right. Yeah, it looks beautiful. I was up there Tuesday, I think. Super. All right, moving on. Committee reports. Any open space or stormwater committee reports?
It's supposed to be an open space event. We were asked to be present on the last Monday, which I was, but I could only stay for an hour. Well, they basically consumed the hour before they got to open space, so I'm gonna have to watch the recording to see what happened. But we're having an issue with quorum because we've had 3 people step down at the same time. So not sure where we're going forward with that, but we do have a meeting scheduled for July and August, and hopefully we'll have some traction in the near future.
All right, super. Thank you, Chris. Stormwater. I'm not sure who's the stormwater person.
Jenny.
That's
That's
Jenny.
That's what I thought. Okay. Any other communications or public comments? I don't see any at the moment. Teddy,
Uh,
I did welcome you to the commission. I guess your first meeting will be July 9th. Did you have any questions or any comments after watching this meeting?
No, I'm very excited to work with all of you. The 390 Howard Street case is interesting to me because that's actually right next door and behind my house. So, I'm just curious about that. But yeah, other than that, I just look forward to working with you all.
All right, yeah, basically the application was just to delineate the wetlands. There was no construction plans or anything else presented at that time, but
Gotcha. Because yeah, I understand there's the like owner of the property like behind my house has been trying to do construction there for a while.
Mhm.
But it has not been fruitful, it seems.
So the only thing you'll have to watch is if you get a notification of their hearing when they reapply, you may end up having to refrain from participating
Understood.
because you'll have a
conflict of interest.
interest with
Yeah, I figured.
financial conflict of interest. So just something to
Gotcha.
keep in mind.
Alrighty.
All right, but yeah, thank you for stepping up. I look forward to having you. And
Mr. Chair,
yes, Mary.
I just wanted to tell Teddy that if you wanted to find my email online, well, it's like all of them are, right? First initial, last name at lunenburgmass.gov. So if you want to send me an email with your contact information, I'd be glad to send you my contact information. And I do have a packet of info that Jenny also has, but I could go ahead and get that over to you. And I'd be happy to, answer any questions or whatnot.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Mary.
And welcome. Thanks for signing up.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah, and you will get a lunenburgmass.gov email address assigned to you, and just watch for emails from maccweb.org. That's the Mass Association of Conservation Commissioners, which we just voted to re-up our membership for. They do have a great online handbook that you'll get access to that does answer a bunch of questions. And then they have tons of online and in-person education. We definitely recommend signing up for some of those. But
Will do.
I'm sure Mary and Jenny will go over that as well.
Yeah, Jenny's briefly gone over that with me.
Super. All right. All right. If we have no other communication or public comment.
I just want to tell Jeff, I appreciate working with you, Jeff, and wish you the best in all your future endeavors.
I appreciate that. And I know it's been many years since I've been on the commission, but it has been a lot of fun. I learned a lot. That was kind of the reason for doing it, and also helping the residents in town. And if you ever come across a resident that's struggling with, a smaller project that doesn't require engineering and you can do some hand drawn, documents, feel free to give them my contact information, because I just don't have the time on Wednesday nights anymore, but I do still enjoy it. So if people do have trouble with some applications and they just need some help, yeah, just feel free to give them my contact information. I'd be more than willing to, to continue that. So, but I do appreciate everything. It's been fun.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
And we'll be here on Wednesdays. If you're bored, you can always sign back on.
I will. I'll try to. Yeah.
And we do have that associate commissioner level that we'd be more than happy to approve and vote you in on.
Okay. Appreciate that.
All right. Thank you again. Our next meeting will be July 9th. And if we have no other business, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Mike,
Second.
second by Jeff. Roll call vote. Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Jeff Viviano,
Aye.
Chris St. Germain,
Aye.
and Richard Burshai for myself. Well, thank you, everybody.
I just wanted to make a comment that it is 7:53 p.m.
Yes.
for the note takers.
Last meeting is one of my quickest.
I'm glad I could oblige for you, Jeff.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I do
All
have
right,
one
everybody.
question though, before we kind of hang up. Rich, you probably know this. With the RDA that I filed, do I need to get that closed out, or is it just the trees that I took down? Or is that something that just kind of remains open, or?
No, the decision lasts for 3 years. So if the work hasn't been done within the 3 years, you would have to refile.
Okay,
But
so the
there-
work's all done, so then just somebody needs to come down and take a look at it, essentially, is that it?
I don't even think we go down and take a look at it. I think you just have permission to do
Okay,
the work.
that's
for
what I, that's what
years.
I thought. I just wanted to make sure. You know, it
Am I
wouldn't remain
correct in
open.
that,
and-
Mary?
yeah.
That's my understanding.
Yeah, there's no
Okay,
closing process for that, so.
Perfect. All right, great.
All right, well, thank
Thank-
you again.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks,
Everybody
everybody.
have a great 4th of July. Because I don't
Yes.
think we'll be meeting until the 9th, so
Nice.
go have fun, enjoy the fireworks, cook some hamburgers. Hopefully the rain will stop.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All
It's a big vote.
righty, good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
And you can shut us down, Eric.